With my 3 younger brothers, I have custody of them.
You have custody of 3
Yes.
younger brothers?
Yes, ma'am.
How
Yes,
old are
ma'am.
they?
15, 17, and 13.
Where's the mom?
You know,
Is the mom the same mom with this dad
Yes.
of everybody?
Yes. That's why I was trying to tell you it's traumatizing.
This is the plaintiff, Anissa Williams. She claims her dad, the defendant, owes her money, and as painful as it is to sue him in court for it, she wants to be repaid. She is completely heartbroken and upset over this ordeal, and is hoping the judge can provide some closure for her and award her the $5,000 she's suing for. This is the defendant, Nathaniel Green. He says the plaintiff, his daughter, offered to help him out when he was going through a tough time with his girlfriend and their breakup. He finds it ridiculous that she's suing him in court today because she never once mentioned he had to pay her back for what he thought was family kindness. He's accused of dismissing his daughter. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $1,000 for slander.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Anissa Williams, you are suing your father, Nathaniel Green, for $2,200 in unpaid rent, as well as money for items you say he stole from you and pain and suffering.
Yes,
Tell me
ma'am.
what's going on.
Well, to start off from the beginning, when I was younger, my father was never around, not for moral, mental support at all.
Not true.
And
Hold on. Go ahead,
It
your
actually
turn.
is true. And, you know, like growing up, that was really traumatizing. Seeing
What do you
my
mean by never around?
just out with his friends, partying, whatever he was doing.
How often would you see him?
Once a week.
Okay.
And it was really
I need you not to interrupt. You will have your turn, but you can't
He's-
talk while she's talking. I
Okay.
can't hold court that way.
And then, you know, like his whole attitude about it is just really smug. Like, you know, I can do this, I can do that. Like, I was really traumatized because, you know, like I never had that father support that, a young girl should have. And seeing my
How old are
friends,
you?
I'm 20.
20?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But this was even younger. Now I'm still traumatized, but seeing my friends just have their father for support, they're at the prom, traumatized me.
Okay, well, the prom shouldn't traumatize you. And
Well,
lots of people, unfortunately, lots of people don't have a father figure, but I hear you. You're angry. Okay, now, but what happened here?
Well, he was
According to you, he fell off the face of the earth when you were 15.
Yes, he fell off.
And you didn't see him until when?
Until he hit me up on Facebook around August 7th saying that he broke up with his girlfriend is kicking him out, and he needed a place to
Wait,
stay.
and you hadn't heard from the guy in literally 5 years?
Here and there through family members, like, your father said hi, or, how you doing, and,
No, I meant hear from him, like he picks up a phone and he calls you, or he,
no.
okay. All right,
No.
so now, so then he says to you, my girlfriend is kicking me out and I need a place to stay, and you say, oh, right here? Where were you staying at the time?
I'm still staying in Brooklyn, in my apartment.
You live in an apartment, who do you live with?
I live with my 3 younger brothers. I have custody of them.
You have custody of 3 younger brothers?
Yes, ma'am.
How
Yes,
old are
ma'am.
they?
15, 17, and 13.
Where's the mom? Is the mom the same mom with this dad of everybody?
Yes. That's why I was trying to tell you it's traumatizing. Like,
that's traumatizing.
Yes.
What I had heard earlier was very common. What you're telling me now is not common. Where's the mom?
She's nowhere to be found, ma'am.
She just took off?
Yes, ma'am.
When did she take off?
She took off like 2 years ago. So
you're 18 years old. You and your siblings are all living in the same house at the time? 2 years ago? And then mom takes off. Does she have a drug problem? Is there some issue?
Yes.
And then dad, what do you do? Does anybody call dad and say, hey, Man
I
up,
had
because she's
no-
gone and we need help here.
I had no way of getting in touch with him. Like, I felt abandoned, alone.
Did any other family members help to step up or anything?
I mean, for moral support, but I had to be the backbone.
All right, so he calls you and needs a place to stay and you say, okay?
Well, I didn't just say, okay, like, you can come, you're, all right, you're still my father. I still have a heart. That's me. But you're going to pay to stay.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Okay.
So-
and how much was he supposed to pay?
$550 a month.
$550 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have that in writing?
I didn't have a personal lease. I wanted
Okay.
to keep everything legal. So, I mean, but
All right, so do you have any texts or Facebook or something like that that would show that there was an agreement to pay?
no.
Okay. All right, so he agrees to pay according to you, and then he moves in, and how does it go?
It was fine for the first couple of weeks, but then, like, he started smoking marijuana. I told him that I didn't like that. I didn't want that around the boys. And, he went on a little rampage, and, I told him.
What did he say? Wait, what did he say back?
He was like, you know what, it just calms me down, and this is just, a little herbal medicine. And I was like, you know what, I don't want that.
I can't have you interrupting. I'm not going to tell you this again.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
want that around myself, and especially around the minor boys. Like I said before, he has a really smug, I don't care attitude, and he thinks that he can do whatever he wants. So
You're 20. How old are you?
40.
Yeah. How old is your mom?
she is 42.
Have you heard from her since all this?
No.
All right. Do you know where she is?
Nope. I don't care where she is. She just left.
You don't care, because it sounds like it left your 4 children who were teenagers without a parent. So somehow
I
you should
wasn't
care.
there when this happened. I don't really know what happened.
Don't you think you should have been there when it happened?
Yeah, I should have been there.
I mean, it shouldn't matter to you that there's 4 people that you brought into the earth
it's
that have to fend for
that's
themselves,
irrelevant to
because
this case,
neither
though.
one of you, even though everybody wants to have sex and everybody wants to have babies because they're cute in the beginning, nobody's committing to the lifelong job that the damn thing is.
I mean, Your Honor, that's irrelevant to this case right now.
Is it? Because what she says is that you went in there and took advantage of her. You're claiming that not only did he not pay rent, but according to you, he stole from you. Tell me what you say.
Yes.
So yeah, it kind of becomes relevant.
The little bit of money that, I was able to, gather up, I went to buy the boys some early Christmas presents, because I do celebrate that. And the boys was really, excited about having presents this year because we couldn't celebrate it last year. So he left on the 19th, and he took the Christmas presents.
No, I didn't.
And he
How long
also,
was he there?
He was there for 4 months.
Were the boys happy to see him, or did they resent him?
I mean, they were because they was blind to what was really going on. They was really young at the time, so dad's back, and I didn't want to take that away from them. The boys enjoyed him.
Okay.
They enjoyed him.
All right. So now, how does it end up that he leaves? Like, how does that happen?
Well, again, I'm coming home from work, and I smell marijuana throughout, before I even get the key in the door. It's in the hallway. So I go in, he's doing it again, and I tell him, you know what, this is it. Like, you gotta stop. You gotta stop, or you're out of here. So he's on a rampage again. You know what, I can do whatever I want. I'm a grown man. You're not my mother. Okay, I'm not your mother, but this is my apartment. So you should have some, there's rules and regulations that, you gotta follow and you gotta respect. So I guess he gets mad about that, and he knows it's the last straw. He knows. So I guess, he's like, you know what, I'm out of here. And good.
And how did he end up leaving?
Well, I wasn't there.
So when he leaves, he just up and leaves? Like, you didn't know that was the day he was...
Everybody, the boys went to school, I went to work, and when I come back, he's gone. I look in his
It's not
room.
your turn.
I
Go
look
ahead.
in his room. Everything's gone. His clothes, everything that he owned was gone. I go in my room. I'm calling him, texting him, no answer. And then I noticed that my jewelry set is gone in a little box.
What's your jewelry set?
It's earrings, a necklace, and a bracelet that my aunt had gave to me. Yes. Everything was in my closet. There was 3 sneakers, like the boys, they really like Jordans and, that type of young stuff. So I got them a pair each. Everything was in my closet so the boys couldn't come in, take a sneak peek. That was all I could afford. Everything was in there. When I came in, everything was gone. Everything was brand new, wrapped up, never worn.
Gift wrapped?
Yes, gift wrapped.
The 3 Jordans?
Yes,
What about the jewelry? Where was the jewelry?
in the closet as well.
All right, Mr. Green, what's going on?
I got in touch with my daughter, and I think it was July. I didn't have anywhere to go. I asked her, can I stay with her for a little while? And she agreed. I didn't say I was going to pay any type of rent because she knew that I was trying to save my money to get my own apartment at that time.
According to her, you had agreed to pay $550.
That's not true.
Well, what were you going to pay?
I didn't have any. I was saving my money. I wasn't going to pay anything. I was doing little things.
Where were you going to find rent that was zero somewhere? I mean, everybody has to.
I mean, this is my daughter.
Well, this is your daughter, and you've always been there for her, right?
Well,
I mean, because she described a horrible scenario. Would you like to correct the facts in any way?
okay, I was there when she was younger. Unfortunately, I was dealt a bad hand in life.
Oh, how were you dealt a bad hand? What was the bad hand you were dealt?
Just growing up myself. I didn't have an education. The streets was my life at that time.
Why do you have to have 4 kids then? You can make the streets your life if you feel like it, but why does that have to play
it wasn't
4
my
other
choice.
humans?
I can't tell a woman when to bred in and create a child.
Oh, you can. It's called a condom. Oh, it's all the rage. You should seriously look into it. There are ways that you could be in control of the situation. There are. If you don't want to do it, then you don't want to do it. But don't tell me that it's an accident or she snuck up on you when there's 4 of them. You're special, Mr. Green.
Thank you.
No, not in a funny way. Not in a funny way. So according to you, where did you stay when you were in that apartment?
In a bedroom.
There was one unoccupied bedroom?
Yeah, it was 4 bedrooms. I had my own bedroom. 17-year-old had one. 2 of them, the 2 youngest ones shared one. And
how were you able at 20 to afford that?
Well, I have assistants for the 2 younger ones.
Okay.
And that was the way that I can get the apartment. And it was traumatizing. Like, I don't have any kids. I had to stop.
Oh, you do?
I had to drop out of school. I couldn't even finish school because I had to take care of my brothers.
Are you working now?
Yes, I'm working.
What are you doing?
I work at fast food restaurant right now.
Okay. Do any of the other boys work?
No, they're all currently in school, and the oldest one, the 17-year-old one, he's going to college, so I'm proud to say that I was a part of that.
Good for you. And I'm sure he will too.
Yes.
They don't forget.
No, I know.
They don't. All right, so you stayed in your own bedroom, and apparently you didn't like that she was being bossy and acting like she was the parent.
She used to tell me what to do,
Like don't smoke pot?
That too, yes.
Okay, and why did it bother you? You don't think that the person whose place you're staying at for free, according to you, has a right to tell you to please not
it wasn't just
do
that.
illegal drugs in front of your own children who are minors?
I just felt a certain way that she's my daughter. She's trying to tell me what to do. It wasn't just about the pies, about them, just when they turn off the lights and all types of crazy things.
Well, were you paying the electricity?
I wasn't paying anything.
Exactly. So you don't think she has a right to tell you when you should be turning off lights? Okay. So how long did this go on before you couldn't take the unbearable situation of someone telling you to stop smoking pot and having a free apartment? By the way, were you working?
Yeah, I was working, but she knew that I was trying to save my money to get out of that situation, so I didn't have to listen.
Have a seat.
So I didn't have to listen to her telling me what to do. So I was trying to save my money up to move into my own place.
All right. According to her, when you left, you took 3 pairs of sneakers and some jewelry.
I don't know nothing about that. It's just embarrassing even that she came up with something like that. I don't know nothing about that.
If not you, then who?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know who.
I wasn't living there. Who would steal the kids' Christmas present?
I don't know. I don't know.
Was there somebody else who was sitting there smoking pot all day and living for free?
No.
With an attitude?
Because I was smoking pot, that means that I was a thief?
Not at all.
I didn't take any sneakers.
Because you're not exactly a giver. I might buy that you're a thief.
Okay,
You're
granted,
kind of a guy who takes
what
what he wants and does what he wants when he feels like doing it, as opposed to the kind of man that someone will be proud to call their father. You got 4 kids you brought into the world. You got a mother who took off, and you are talking like you're the 15-year-old, not even the 17-year-old, the 15-year-old. I need my money. I want to get out of there because she's telling me what to do, Judge. She's telling me I can't smoke pot, and I'm a grown man. Am I hearing you? Do you hear you? Do you hear you?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, my question, would you ever sue your dad?
Absolutely not. I don't know if that's even a question.
It is a question because what if your dad stole money from you? What if your dad was really kind of a bad guy?
At the end of the day, he took care of you. He brought you up. I would never do it.
Sue your dad?
I would not sue my dad. He's my blood. He's taken.
What about your brother or sister? Would you ever sue them?
No.
Okay, I'm going to do one more. Somebody steals from you, and really bad, and they won't pay you back. And it's a third cousin.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, we're going up the family tree with this woman, going inside the courtroom.
You have a counterclaim of $1,000 for slander.
Yes, because she was running around telling all my family members and our mutual friends that I stole things from her, and I don't even know nothing about that.
When you left there, where'd you go?
To stay with my mom.
Come on up. Wait, you just tisked when he said that.
Because he's a loser, like.
Did he go stay with his mom?
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Do you have a relationship with his mom or no?
We talk, but you know.
But she was telling her.
Do any of the relatives help you financially or no?
No, I have to do it on my own.
Was there anybody else staying there?
No, no.
The 17, the 15, and the 13. Do they ever give you any trouble?
No, never.
Any of them have a drug issue?
No.
Any of them want to steal something to sell it because they need the value of it?
No, that's the whole reason why I didn't want that around them. So they can never turn out like them. The 13-year-old.
But Anissa, here's the thing. You know him, and then you brought him into your sanctuary anyway, which was not the wisest thing, right? It is not your job to be guardian up. It shouldn't even have to be your job to be guardian down, but God bless you for doing it. And they're gonna thank you, and anything they are will be thanks to you. So that's God's work. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. And you know what? That's never gonna change. And it's so sad.
That's not how
it's
how
sad.
could you even say
Get
that?
out of my courtroom. I can't look at you another second. Just get out. Just get out. I don't even wanna.
You're lying on me.
Okay.
Wow.
Right to your left, bro. Thanks.
The worst part about it isn't what a crappy daddy is. The worst part about it is what an attitude he has. That's what, to me, I can only imagine, if this is what he is when he puts on a suit and comes in front of a judge, I can only imagine what the attitude is like when he's alone inside of your apartment. I can only imagine what it's like.
It's hard being there. Like, I cry at night because I don't have my mother or my father, but I have my brothers, and you know, the 13-year-old, he cries, like, asks me where our mother is. I don't know what to tell him.
Do you even know she's alive?
I know.
You know, I see people walk in here every single day taking handouts that they shouldn't be taking. And then I see you, and you deserve the help. And I hope you have a good social worker working with you to help you through this, because it's financially going to be a drain, and you deserve to have a little bit of a life too. And unfortunately, you may have to wait a few years to have that little bit of a life, but whether you believe in karma or God or whatever your belief system is, it's going to come to you in spades, my dear. All right?
Thank you.
Keep doing God's work.
Thank you.
So in your lawsuit against him, let's go over it. You're suing for the rent.
Yes.
I believe you. You're suing for the sneakers and the necklace. I believe you. You think he took it because it's missing when he leaves.
He took
and
it.
There's no other suspect.
He took it because
Of
he was
course
the
he
only
took
one who had the key
The
to the
access,
apartment.
he's the only one who has the absence of heart to not care how that would affect other people. And that's why all that stuff is relevant. But the pain and suffering that you're suing for, just because somebody's a miserable human being doesn't mean that that entitles you to $2,000 in pain and suffering. So that amount I am subtracting, and then I am ordering that he pay you the entire rest of the amount, which is $2,975, and on his $1,000 for slander, truth is a defense. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so the gavel comes down. You heard it come down. What's going through your mind now?
She didn't give me a chance to prove my side of the story.
Well, what do you want us to know? Did anything that the judge said strike a chord with you?
Yeah, and it's saying that I'm a thief and all these other things, and I didn't do it.
Let's go to the positive side. Anything that you heard your daughter say,
I'm just proud and I'm happy that she's reaching out and taking care of my sons, you know, and I'm happy for that she's there for them.
Life is short.
It definitely is.
Do you want to reach out to her or try to make it work with her?
Yes, I would like to have a relationship with her and my sons. I really would.
What are you willing to do to make that happen?
I'm willing to do anything, even stop smoking reefer.
Okay. All right. Good luck. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
All right. All right. So, tough situation. This is as tough as it gets.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard for me to know that, you know, he just has a doesn't care attitude, and, you know, it's just hard raising 3 boys. I'm 20, and this is all new to me.
He just said right there he would like to have a relationship with you and the other kids.
Well, it's going to take some time to trust him and let him in again, but, you know, like, as of right now, I'm done. Maybe in the future, but he definitely won't be living in my apartment again.
All right. Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, I mean, I gotta say, at a point, you just gotta give up on the person and move on. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Eric Stanley. He says he purchased some wall-to-wall carpeting from the defendants for his 2-bedroom apartment, and shortly after it was installed, the colors started fading. The interior carpeting went from the beige color he purchased to an ugly purple. The defendants are refusing to do anything about it, don't seem to care about their reputation as businessmen in the community, and he's suing them for the return of his hard-earned $1,945. These are the defendants, Alberto Cruz and Jose Taveras. They say they responded immediately to the plaintiff's concerns about fading colors on the new carpeting he purchased, and it was determined the guy used some sort of cleaner on it. That's why he's having problems. They even had the manufacturer of the carpeting take a look at the discoloration, and it was determined to be caused by the plaintiff himself, so it's not their problem. They're accused of fading out.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says the wall-to-wall carpet he bought from the defendant changed colors from beige to purple, but the defendants say the guy used something to change that color. It's the case of carpet burn.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Eric Stanley, you are suing Jomar Floor Covering Incorporated, represented here by Alberto Cruz. You're the manager?
Yes, I am.
And Jose Taveras, you're the owner? Okay. That's how he sat down and left you holding the bag. For $1,945, the price of a carpet that you bought from them that, according to you, is defective. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah. On May 2nd of 2015, I went to the defendant's store and ordered a carpet, wall-to-wall carpeting for my apartment. A couple of days later, they came. At that time, I left a deposit, but a couple of days later, they came and did the installation. Everything went well until a couple of months later, the carpet started turning colors.
Where did it turn colors?
Most of it is near the edges, but
do you have pictures of all of the damage that you're talking about?
I do have some pictures, and I also have video.
Okay. Can I see the pictures and the video?
All right. This is one picture. In the video I have on my phone.
Okay.
Just click on that particular one.
Okay. It's this one.
This one?
Yep.
This is discoloration.
Wow.
Affected areas is turning purple. As you can see, it appears to be a light purplish color.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Just for good measure, he had the People's Court on while he was. So I am seeing myself on his big screen TV. Nice touch. Nice. All right. You folks went in there, right?
Yes, we inspected, filed a claim, and then we sent somebody else to rectify the claim, accept the claim, deny it. All depends what's wrong with the carpet.
Right. When you say claim, though, it's not with insurance. It's with the people who sold you the carpet, the manufacturer.
The mills, right. I have pictures here. It will be easier.
Yeah, let me see your pictures.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
If you look at the pictures, the discoloration goes in a straight line. And there is a part there that is going like right by the door. If you open the door 45 degrees, you will see the discoloration there.
Yeah.
Okay, and the way the fading or the discoloration is on top, not at the bottom of the fiber, which suggests that somebody was doing some kind of using some kind of cleaning product.
Yeah, but how is it all over? It's all over the carpet.
And the bedroom, nothing happened, the same carpet. Only in the hallway, on part of the living room.
Right.
Your Honor?
But what could a client do that would cause that? Because it's not, I understand if it's a spill or something like that, you can see
You
that.
can clean the wall.
Clean the wall? Do you clean your walls?
He was in my apartment.
Yeah.
People don't even walk in my apartment.
I just want to know if you clean your walls.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. So I know that's what the manufacturer said to you.
Yeah.
Oh, it appears to be a cleaning agent that maybe they're using on their walls because it's near the edges. Well, it's not always near the edges. It's in other places. What if it's a glue? When you say to me, well, it's not on the bottom fiber, can you prove that? How do you put the carpet down? How do you get it to stick?
With the tackless.
With the tackless.
What's tackless?
Tackless mean the little woods with nails facing up on the edges. Not glue at all.
And this company's been in business for how many years?
Over 30 or 40 years.
Yeah. They say two things in their report. They went out there, they inspected the carpet. Did you actually see the carpet? Did you go down on all fours?
Yes.
And look?
Yes.
All right. And was it on top as opposed to through the whole?
Only the tower changes the color to
So the bottom of it was still the color.
The same color, yes.
And there was nothing wrong in the bedroom?
Nothing wrong in the bedroom.
He has no reason to lie because he's covered either way. Either
Yes,
you know what I
yes.
mean? Like he's covered by them, or either he doesn't have to pay or he does, and they're the ones who have to cover it if I rule that way. So, but according to him, he sees that it's on the top and not on the bottom. Have you ever had like a bug problem there?
I don't have bugs in my house.
You don't? But do you control them with an exterminator?
I don't have bugs in my house.
Do you spray?
No.
Does an exterminator spray?
No.
Why did you hesitate?
So, is it possible that it would just change color, or did the plaintiff screw with it?
I believe there's a small possibility that the environment can make it cause changes.
Really?
Well, it just depends on the situation, but I believe it might be.
Where the hell do you live?
In Westlake Village.
Well, geez. Can it possibly just change colors on its own?
I believe if I bought a carpet and it was one color, I would expect it to stay that color. It's kind of common.
Well, no, I know you would expect it, but could it change without you doing something to it?
I think that it could, and if it did, then that's not what I would want.
Where do you guys live? Going inside the courtroom.
When I'm thinking, see, the cleaning theory doesn't work for me, but extermination might. That's what their defense is. Their defense is, Judge, look, this isn't happening all over the rug. It's happening in certain areas. It didn't happen in the bedroom, and this has to be one day that somebody cleaned this room in a certain way, or I think maybe exterminated the room in a certain way. Whatever it is, it happened, and then it's a chemical discoloration because I look at it and I feel terrible for you because that's like you just bought this thing, but by the same token, I can't just feel bad for you and tell people to pay you. You have to be able to prove to me by preponderance of the evidence that it is their fault. It is something about the rug,
Your Honor.
And it's kind of hard to do if the discoloration isn't all the way through on the fiber. I don't know what the answer is.
Your Honor.
But that's a problem, Mr. Stanley, listen to me. The problem that I have is I have to know what the answer is in order to rule in your favor because you're the party with the burden of the proof. Everybody's saying it's topical, and if it's something that came into contact with it, then it's not a manufacturer's defect. And it's breaking my heart, but I can't rule in your favor just because I like you. And you watch people's court,
Your Honor,
or at least you watched it for the video.
Your Honor, nothing came into contact with the carpet. It's brand new. I never had it. There's no reason to shampoo the carpet because it's new. Before he installed that carpet? Before he installed the carpet?
It's in areas that you would exterminate.
Your Honor.
My dear, based on what's in front of me, my hands are tied. I cannot rule in your favor. There is not enough proof that it is a manufacturer's defect. In fact, the proof appears to be otherwise, that it's topical. And I rule in favor of the defendants. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, the plaintiff just unable to prove without any doubt that it was their fault. So what now?
I don't know what now. I've been taken advantage of.
All right.
You know.
Well, you just heard them say at the end there that they might be willing to work with you a little bit and get something done. Are you open to that?
That man is never going to get another dollar from me. You know, as long as I live on this earth.
What are you going to do? So what are you going to do with what's going on with the carpet?
What can I do? You know, I'm stuck.
Buy a purple bedspread. All right, head right down this way. All right, so step on in here. There's a guy who's, it's about the customer,
Always.
right? So you're the businessman.
Yeah, it's we didn't win either way. I mean, we won the case, but we lost the customer.
Yeah, the People's Court might have lost one too. He used to watch this show. It's all your fault. But are you going to maybe approach him?
I'm going to try, right? If he wants, we could do it at cost for him.
Mm-hmm. You're going to give him that option there? You're going to seek him out right now?
Yes.
All right.
Whatever make a customer happy.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, I mean, I don't know what's going on with these guys, but it seems like the plaintiff messed with the carpet, especially because that the color on the top is changed, but the color on the bottom is still beige. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Anthony Potestio. He says the defendant deceived him into buying a damaged truck that wouldn't pass inspection, and he wants his money back. The thing doesn't go in a four-wheel drive. The brakes are shot, and it needs a ton of repairs. Dealing with a double-talking defendant has been nothing but a problem, and he's suing the used car shark for the state max of $5,000. This is the defendant, Ron Siegel. He says the plaintiff bought a 10-year-old Trailblazer with 158,000 miles on it, and a few weeks later had a problem with the four-wheel drive. He told him he'd have his mechanic take a look at it, but the guy never brought him the vehicle. He's tried to make this customer happy, has a 5-star rating to uphold, but there's no pleasing this guy. He's accused of trailblazing his way into court.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says the truck he bought from the defendant will not go into four-wheel drive, but the defendant says it's a 10-year-old Trailblazer, and for crying out loud, it's the case of big wheels don't keep on turning.
Thank you, Douglas. Anthony Potestio, you are suing East Coast Performance Consultants, LLC, doing business as Car Circus, represented by Mr. Siegel. You're the owner?
Yes, ma'am.
For $5,000, you say you're out actually more than that in damages that you say you sustained because they sold you a lemon. Tell me what happened.
I purchased the vehicle in January.
What day?
17th.
17th of January. Go ahead.
Yes. About a week after that, I started noticing problems when we got about 25 inches of snow.
Okay.
I went to go operate the four-wheel drive. Didn't work.
What do you mean it didn't work?
I guess the two front wheels were not connected.
Okay. How do you know?
I had a mechanic take a look at it.
Okay. Do you have something from the mechanic saying that?
Yes.
You just said.
Yes,
so show me the proof of that.
Sorry.
Replace a used transfer case. What does that have to do with four-wheel drive?
I believe that links it all together.
Do you have the mechanic?
No, he's not a mechanic.
Why do you keep pointing at that guy?
I'm sorry, he knows more about vehicles than I do. That's why I brought him in.
Okay. You want to stand up?
Maybe he can explain it a little.
And tell me what a transfer case. Come on.
I'm sorry.
What does a transfer case have to do with four-wheel drive?
It just engages the front wheels, so it creates the four-wheel drive.
So there was a problem with the transfer case?
Yeah, issues with transfer case.
Okay. So what do you do when you spot the problem? How do you spot the problem? You can go ahead and sit.
I put the back wheels on concrete and vice versa, and I got nowhere. The tires just spun or the truck didn't move.
Okay, so what did you do? Did you bring it back to them to fix?
I did. I went back. I went to go and ask him about the issues, getting it repaired.
And?
Or he had told me he needed another week to clear out his mechanic shop. At the time, I was just so angry. I didn't want his mechanic touching the truck.
Okay,
so
what kind of warranty did you have on this? Do you have the warranty with you?
Yes, I purchased a...
Oh, you did? You purchased a third-party warranty?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you could take it anywhere and just pay the deductible?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so
that's correct.
Did you do that?
No, because unfortunately the warranty does not cover any issues with the truck prior to...
What the heck does it cover if it's not issues with... Wait, the warranty doesn't cover what?
If there was any problems prior to purchasing the vehicle, The warranty
I'm sorry.
doesn't cover that.
Are you saying you put in a claim and they denied it because they have proof that it was prior to purchasing the vehicle? Show me the proof that they denied your claim.
None other than a phone call.
Did this thing pass inspection before you sold it?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
In fact, you have an inspection that passes on the 14th of January.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it was sold to you on the 17th.
No, I just have a Carfax report that I printed up that shows it passed inspection on the 14th.
Right. Well, I didn't mean you physically had it. I meant he had it. But
Yeah.
anyway, so it passes inspection on the 14th, so we know nothing's wrong with it. So what evidence do we have that somehow something was wrong with it at the point of sale?
I brought it somewhere else to get re-inspected about, it was February 8th.
On February 8th, it fails.
Yes.
And
which
what
was
does
only-
it fail for?
Failed safety items was the parking brake on the vehicle.
And so did you get the parking brake fixed?
Negative.
Oh, so are you still driving it without a parking brake? Okay, so what ends up happening? You fix nothing? You're driving it exactly how you got it. You're driving it every day?
Not every day, no.
Okay. Is this your only car?
This is because unfortunately I traded in the 2 other vehicles that I have.
Right. Can you take a look? When do you first hear from him? And I want you to take a look at this and tell me whether any of these things are under the warranty according to your understanding.
Anything that's covered under the warranty, such as the transfer case, the four-wheel drive unit, the drive axles, the suspension, those are not inspection items, but if they're defective, they're covered under the warranty.
So those things, what of that list is not covered under the warranty?
The rear wiper arm assembly would not be covered.
Okay.
On the tailgate. That's really the only thing I see that would not be covered.
And that's how much?
The e-brake we offered to fix, and we offered to.
He says that you told him it'll be a week before we can fix it.
We
of
told
course,
him it would be
since then now 3 months have passed. You didn't want to wait a week, but you've waited 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, no, well, he came in right after we got, Long Island got hammered with snow last season, and the shop was kind of jammed up, and we had snow everywhere. We said, let's make an appointment. We'll get you in next week. We'll take care of the park and brake. And he said there was a four-wheel drive problem. We said, we'll take care of it. As time went on, we even offered, we said, we'll pay your deductible and I'll loan you a car to use while your car's down.
Is that true?
Of course, you have to go to work.
That's all true. What is it? You just won't take yes for an answer? Do you guys know what he just said? Did you know this? They offered him a car. They offered to pay the deductible. You two, don't pretend you're not there. Right? Are you your moral support? What's your relationship to him?
Sister.
Sister? I mean, come on. How much more? What, you won't take yes for an answer.
So as a guy who bought this Blazer out of luck, what do you say?
I'd say yeah.
Because?
You get what you pay for.
Get what you pay for? What do you say?
Buyer beware. He passed inspection. It's 10-year-old.
You're nodding yes.
Yes, I believe it. You know, you get what you pay for, plus, you know, you pay at your own risk.
Buy it at your own risk when it's used. That's a problem going inside the courtroom.
You just want me to make them pay you back $5 grand.
No, I did, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
You know, listen, you have to prove 2 things if you want him to if you want to force somebody to take back a used car. You have to prove a breach of the warranty, which we don't have because you have a third-party warranty. He didn't personally give you a warranty. Or that they fraudulently sold you something broken that they knew was broken. You have proven neither. In fact, the proof is the opposite of what you are alleging. The proof is it passed inspection 3 days, 72 hours before you bought it. So now take that to a repair shop. And if he has any problem, will you maybe help him out a little bit? I know you got sued and stuff, but...
But he's still welcome to bring it to us. We'll be happy to take care of it.
Okay, wow. Everybody's happy. All right, except for you. My verdict is against you for the reasons we've said, but it should end up being covered. It should not be a problem. Okay, good luck.
Well, hey, congratulations. You're now welcome to go get your car fixed.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, what do you know, you couldn't prove any evidence of, you know, that there were any pre-existing conditions you knew about, so.
I mean, I couldn't prove that at the day of purchasing that all these problems were there because unfortunately I'm not a master mechanic to be able to show that. But I mean, by bringing it.
He even says he's willing to help you out some more. Are you gonna take advantage of that?
I'll give the warranty company a call tomorrow and see. I guess see what we can do at this point.
We wish you another 158,000 miles on that thing. All right. All right. So come on in here and. What are you willing to do for the guy?
We'll help him in any way we can. He has he has a car that has an issue. We're happy to take care of it. He has an extended warranty for 2 years, 24,000 miles. We even offered to loan him a car while we fixed it last time.
What do they all do for you?
Oh, it's my wife and my daughter and her best friend.
You had fun? You won. Harvey?
I gotta say, inspect, inspect, inspect when you buy a used car. You should take it to a mechanic, do a thorough inspection, even if it costs you some money. I'm telling you, if you don't, penny wise, pound foolish.